alive. Turbo.
Here's Wilkins. Pressure off the edge as Wilkins had to throw it away. And St. Louis will be facing a 3rd and 10 lose.
Coach, how do you get yourself to settle down just a little bit? Had the explosive on the scramble there to end the first quarter, but you've got to get into rhythm somehow.
Yeah, rhythm, right? First down, we got to get positive yards. We haven't called a play in 2nd and whatever, 3rd and whatever. We've been behind the chain, so we got to find a way to get a first down. When we do, we can get in our offense a little bit better.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Phil.
Flag is down at the end of that last play.
That's number 5.
KR penalty from the previous spot with the loss of down. It's 3rd down.
I'm really glad that the conversation didn't continue with Anthony Becht hearing that.
Yeah. Manny Wilkins trying to get outside the pocket, but was just inside his right tackle, Jawan Bushell-Beatty, on that one.
The St. Louis offense, guys, has not been in a game this year where they haven't dictated terms to the defense, and they seem out of sorts as a result. They don't have any answers.
It's a 3rd or 4th, 3rd and really long that we've seen so far.
They have been off schedule the entire time. This 3rd and very long again, 3rd and 20. And they're going to go underneath to Pearson, and Pearson's going to be tackled for a loss immediately. As it was Devontae Maxwell who had a blocked field goal last week in that critical juncture against Memphis.
Yeah, the frustration probably building for Anthony Becht and Manny Wilkins a little bit.
Hofrichter comes on, just looking to pin DC. 2nd punt of the afternoon for Hofrichter. He was 2nd in the UFL a year ago with punts pinned inside the 20-yard line. Get into this position, you're looking for inside the 10 with the back rotation. That's what he does, nose down. Fair catch is going to be just at around the 12-yard line for DC. Coming up at halftime, there's going to be a very special announcement by the UFL, so stick around for that. That's the guy that needs to change the score by halftime. Manny Wilkins, he's been under pressure. He's been in 3rd and forevers. And meanwhile, on the other side, a lot of momentum for DC as we listen in to Anthony Becht for a moment. So glad to have DC Defenders head coach Shannon Harris on the headset with us. Coach, you guys are off to a great start here. Did you see it coming this week in practice?
Absolutely. I mean, these guys believe that ever since we've been doing this since camp. So the biggest thing is we got to sustain drives. We got to get touchdowns and not so many more field goals, but we'll take the point. We will take them how we get them.
Abram Smith trying to fight his way out towards the 14-yard line.
How good was it to see that deep post between Jordan and Ty Scott hit after what we saw last week? Just barely off on a few of those.
Yeah, something that we've worked with all week in practice. You know, work on time and rhythm and, you know, get on the same page and build some continuity. So those guys have been doing that, stand out in practice a lot. So we're excited that we can start to get the ball down the field a little bit more.
Shan, we're going to watch your offense here, but it's your defense that has been really impressing us. I want to ask you about them in a moment, right after the 2nd and 7. Abram Smith again bottled up. Your defense in that first quarter, 5 tackles for loss, the interception, the fumble recovery, the 2 sacks.
Yeah, those guys playing lights out. They've been just doing this, you know, the first 2 games, and they're continuing to do it right now. Blake has done a good job in the staff, and so we're excited for what they're doing and looking forward to these guys to continue to do it. But we got to make sure offensively we're sustaining it and not putting them on the field as much.
As you like to say, the terror must be maintained. All right, thank you, Shannon. We'll check in with you later on. 3rd down and 8. To Amu on 3rd and 8. 4-man rush, drives the ball, and it was nearly intercepted. Nate Netters had a pick 6 right in his hands.
Well, we talked about how good Jordan Ta'amu was with his eye. A big stop just the same.
Running out a late substitution on the punt team.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Fourth down.
It's a big opportunity for St. Louis here in the second quarter after the defense did their job to have excellent field position.
And one of the best returners. Yeah, one of the best returners in the UFL. Ja'Cour Pearson, so dynamic, going to have a really good chance here as DC is going to need to make sure they protect the kicker here. So not many guys getting out. See if Pearson can do something with it.
Pearson was all XFL when he played for Seattle. Paxton Brooks, the long leg 6'5" punter from his own end zone. Going to try to put this outside the numbers, but it gets right on the numbers for Pearson, who then reverses field. And again, as the coverage unit meets him at midfield, and flags come in as the helmet comes off of Pearson.
Got his forward progress at midfield.
3 flags.
All right.
What do we have here?
During the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team number 88.
Number 88?
Yes.
All right, 15
End of the run. I got it. I got his forward progress at the 50.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, kicking team number 88. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. It's first down, St. Louis.
Now the Stone is starting to roar. St. Louis is going to have great field position to try to break through.
Hey, Wanda Cole! Wanda Cole! Wanda Cole! Turbo's up!
Howard, as he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
Chucky fire zone. Chucky.
Dance to stay right. Z short. Pass 15, Willie solid. Z insert, X-ray, John 1.
Defensive coordinator is Blake Williams. Offensive coordinator is Phil McGagan. 2nd and 7.
Turbo's it.
Play action. Wilkins can't blitz. He gets away from it and then dumps it into Howard, who was well tracked and brought down by Joe Wallace.
Let's go Wichita.
10. Zach to trade right, 3 jet Manning Z pump. Zach to trade right, 3 jet Manning Z pump.
Wichita,
Zach to trade right, 3 jet Manning Z pump on 1. Back.
Watch Frank.
3rd down and 10 after DC just had their 6th tackle for loss. Wilkins pressure, but lofts it towards the end zone. How about it? Battlehawks, big time. Frank Darby.
Never gets eyes on that ball, and when St. Louis needed it, they delivered.
And around. Goes absolutely nowhere as Blake Jackson was bottled up by Malik Fisher. 12-6 after that touchdown.
I mean, not only do we have a really good football game, but man, you can get some action every single drive if you want to.
Remember, DC was a 6.5-point dog to start the day and jumped out 12-zip. There's Rowland on the return. There's Rowland looking for a seam. The flags come down as Rowland makes his way to the 26-yard line. Luke's.
Well, here I am on the iPad here with Manny Wilkins taking a look at this touchdown. What'd you see pre-snap? What led you to the outside on the go route?
Yeah, pretty much we just got motion over to see what the coverage is. I can tell now they're probably zoning it out. At the snap, you kind of see they kind of busted their coverage a little bit. I understood at this point. I knew I had a one-on-one outside with this dagger pump. I trust my guy out there too, Frank. He's a really good player. He's really good at tracking the deep ball, and really it's just my job now once he sells his route to give him a chance, 50-50 ball, make him make a play, and you know he did what he had to do.
Great stuff. Thanks for taking us through it, man. Appreciate it.
You know, Jordan, we were talking about it. It is a game of inches. If there's even maybe a half a second later, that pass rush is getting there.
Yeah, Jarvian Howard, the running back, had just a chip of mints, and if he doesn't do that, that ball doesn't get off, and you don't have a touchdown.
Smith is tackled for a loss, and it's Travis Feeney again. And now there's a lot of momentum in this building with St. Louis.
I love watching Travis Feeney, man. 32 years old. He's one of the oldest guys in the UFL. A lot of these guys playing here wanting to get back to the NFL, man. He just loves playing football, but there is a lot still left in the tank.
Takes him down for a loss. That's a 2nd and 14 now. To Amu to the outside as he goes to Ty Scott. Ty Scott, who had the 62-yard touchdown earlier.
Boy, if you would have told me before this game started that we'd be halfway through the second quarter, DC be up 12-6, I think, man, they must be running the football really well.
We both said it earlier today. We said it would probably be Abram Smith really dominating things.
And instead, just 3 rushing yards so far for DC. It's been Jordan Ta'amu in this passing attack that's getting it done.
First down after the completion, and here is Abram Smith.
In 3rd and short, so this is staying ahead of the sticks. Anytime you hear a coach or a player say that, getting 4 yards on first down. So on 2nd down, you can call a run, you can call a pass. You make the defense guess and put yourself in a better situation.
2nd and 6 to Amu. Oh, that is picked off! Jumping the slant was Cameron Kelly. Cameron Kelly with an outstanding play.
Boy, Jordan Ta'amu is going to see Mike Rose, number 27.
Pitch, reverse, flea flicker, pressure, so they've got to go back to Pearson, and it's incomplete. Tried to get cute after the turnover.
I don't hate it, though. You're in a great area of the field to dial up something unique.
Look at you, man, stepping up. You're replacing the pressure off the edge in coverage. What'd you see?
Man, like you said, we caught the pressure. I knew he was going to try and throw hot, and I just jumped it.
Eyes on the quarterback or eyes on the target?
Eyes on the quarterback. Eyes on the ball the whole time.
Do they do with it? As that was broken up as they tried to get it out to space to Pearson very quickly, but Keandre Thomas was right on it.
Thomas trying to make up for that deep ball, that touchdown that Darby caught over him earlier. Had a great read on that one as well.
Down games to lurk. Down games to lurk.
So when you hear games, that means he's given freedom to the defensive line to stunt or move how they see fit. So the defensive line is going to be telling each other, okay, let's cross here, let's rush this direction. Knowing it's 3rd and long, they got to throw the football.
3rd and 12 for Wilkins. As trying to stretch for it was Denzel Mims, and it's going to be just a couple of yards short for 4th down there.
Hey, don't say kick or go. Let me handle all that. Okay, it's all good. I'm just.
We're going to go blast right. A.D. Mamidi.
They've got the Rod squad who cheers him on as he puts it through. And with that, it's just a field goal margin. What a great career for Rodrigo Blankenship when it comes to some of the miraculous touchdown by Alabama to win it. Chris Rowland. Great coverage by Frank Darby. Frank Darby, who had the 35-yard touchdown reception, playing kickoff coverage.
This is one of those 2 play calls in the huddle. 25 darts a pass play. Alert lady would be a run to the left. So Jordan Ta'amu is going to come to the line of scrimmage, see how many guys are in the box. Are there 2 safeties? Then we should run it. Is there 1 safety? We'll keep the pass on. Right now it looks like there's going to be 1 safety. That's a great job by Jordan Ta'amu. Didn't get fooled there. They dropped back that second safety. So great job checking to the run play.
After that 11-yard run by Jackson.
Perfect.
Ta'amu with a strike downfield, and that is denied. Now Sanders was the intended target, but Chris Payton-Jones breaks it up.
Option called here.
Jackson can't find much there. As the extra push will get it just beyond the 40-yard line. That brings up third down. Let's listen in.
Think we can do a split Patty here? Empty left. 52, 3 under.
Let's go split Apache pit. 51 peel uno. Split Apache pit. 51 peel uno.
52, 3 under. Empty left. 52, 3 under.
Third down and 4 for Ta'amu. Goes underneath and gets it complete, and keeping his balance was rolling for a first down.
That's a great job by Ta'amu. He knows he's got too many jobs of a quarterback controlling protection at the line of scrimmage and picking up a first down.
And back to Smith, who was tripped up just beyond midfield as he crosses over.
It's a really good, simple execution.
Second and 7. Smith. And this is much more of what they've been looking for today. And you see when he gets those shoulders down, he just moves the pile, and that moves the chains.
Well, their running back is going downhill and finishes forward.
Here's Ta'amu on first down. And he gets it complete again. It's Roland, and Roland is weaving his way down to the 25-yard line. Another first down. Flag is down on the other side of the field at the 30.
Subs, Brian. Subs, Brian. Open up. You have sideline interference. Okay. All right. So.
Sideline interference.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
After the play, sideline interference. St. Louis. It's 15-yard penalty. First down.
Now, as the play is running.
We can't compound 10 guys on the field.
The frustration for Anthony Beck. The small things that you can manage and control. Eric.
Here with quarterback Mike DeLillo. Mike, just kind of walk us through what's going on here as you guys are going in trying to get points.
Yeah, right now we're bringing in our heavy package right now, our Rhino package. So I'm going to wait for a second until I get the play, and I'll let you know what's going on.
You going to hand one of these guys the ball or throw it to him?
No.
Come on.
I know, right? Let the big guy eat.
Of course, we got a timeout. We're going to bring it back. We're going to bring it back. So they're going to keep us here. Just things that you've practiced. I mean, obviously, you've been with this offense. It's week 3. Just what are you looking at as the quarterback in this red zone? Some tips, some reminders.
We got to trust our guys. You know, we got great playmakers on the outside. We got a great O-line up front. So we're going to have time. We just got to let our playmakers make plays. Put the ball in space and let them go eat. You know, that's kind of what we preached all week. We believe that our skill guys are better than their skill guys. So we just got to, you know, give them the ball in space.
One thing that I'm a big proponent of is the quarterback run. Is that in play here? Do you expect to see some of that?
Yeah, we do have some quarterback run stuff in here, kind of in some inside zone read stuff based on man-to-man. But right now we got a almost like a scissors concept here. So we're going to get a post and a corner by 1 and 3, and then we're going to have a little out route by number 3. So we're going to see. I'm getting a lot of different play calls right now. We're trying to get personnel correct.
Yeah, they got out of that Rhino package, so no extra offensive linemen in now. Couple tight ends. Actually, in a 13 personnel, 3 tight ends on the field.
Concept by the tight end. They're going to run a little switch route, and then a little outlet by number 19. So let's see where he goes. Looks like man-to-man here.
First and goal. To the end zone. Touchdown.
Just like you draw it up.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Bradley Moore.
defensive coordinator Fred Keyes mentioned Briley Moore-McKinney, their big tight end, have to get him involved this week. Need more of him, a really good player. Just hasn't been as involved. That time dialed it up right perfectly for your big body tight end in the red zone where they've struggled. Remember, too many field goals down there, finally getting that touchdown.
Showed you that percentage earlier today. They are delivering here. 9-point margin as it stands right now, but going for 2. Two-point attempt to Amu, and he throws it short and incomplete.
Yeah, that scissors concept, so the inside tight end.
Touchdowns in this first half. There's Jackson on the return. He slices ahead to just over the 30-yard line.
Yeah, one thing I love talking about Manny Wilkins, his time with Green Bay in 2019. I said, well, what'd you take from Aaron Rodgers? He said one of the main things was the game within the game. Never let the defense, never let the other team know if something's affecting you. Never get too high, never get too low. Always be confident. He's a guy that doesn't get rattled, but it sure would help out if Jacob Saylors, again, best player in the UFL through 2 weeks, could get going to help his quarterback out.
Here's Wilkins on first down, being chased again. But he gets it to Saylors. Just freestyle a little bit there. And coming up with something big, and that's a first down for St. Louis as we come towards the 2-minute warning here at the Dome at the America's Center. I understand there's... So DC throws the challenge flag, and I think based on extending the play, it could be that they feel there was an offensive lineman downfield.
Clearly downfield on the screen. Now, if they're going to see it, I shouldn't have to challenge that because that's obvious lineman downfield.
He's challenging the offensive lineman number 61 in another one. Yes.
We're going to take a break as they look to review that challenge. Was there a lineman downfield? We'll find out after this short break. 2-minute warning here in St. Louis.
The captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt.
Their second timeout, and they have no challenges for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, remember you get 3 yards, so right about here is that line. Nobody past that 3-yard line. 3 yards downfield when Manny Wilkins lets that go. It wasn't called screenplay, so those linemen were getting out thinking that ball's going to be thrown quick to the running back with Wilkins kind of ad-libbing there. It took longer than they expected, but that's the right call.
Shannon Harris, the DC head coach, felt that the center perhaps was past that 3-yard.
Same. Willie Cole.
But it wasn't. So it's first down. Saylors will go ahead for a gain of 2. Maxwell and Hines combining for the tackle.
3 jet. Hey. Ohio. Hey, nice. Jet falls. Turbo.
Wilkins on second down. He wants all of it, but just beyond Ja'Cour Pearson.
Boy, inches away from a...
Man, do we have Ole Miss players everywhere in this game?
Oh, yeah.
Third down for Wilkins. He's going to try to run for it. And he is taken down. A flag comes down at the end of the play. Gardner made the tackle. Wilkins didn't slide. He was going for that line to gain, and he was...
All right, hold up. Chris, what do you have? Okay. 99. All right, so after the play, you have a late hit by number 9 of the defense, 15 yards for the end of the run on that first down.
After the play, personal foul, late hit, defense number 99, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic First down.
I'd call it unathleticism.
Yes.
He's kind of tripping over.
300-pound person falling down is what you would call it.
Kind of unfortunate. I don't think he was trying to get a hit on. He just kind of tripped over the tackle.
But what a big opportunity now for St. Louis.
Yeah. And remember, you can go for 3 after a touchdown, so St. Louis with a chance to tie it up here before halftime.
It's the beauty of the UFL. You can have 9-point possessions. Wilkins getting it out quickly to Pearson as Pearson pinballs his way ahead for 2 yards. 2 timeouts remain for St. Louis.
Tom, 53 buzz, Tom.
Wilkins, another quick strike, but it's incomplete as Gary Jennings was covered by DeAndre Baker, the former NFL first-round draft pick.
And the St. Louis crowd.
Hey, Dean, Joe Tessitore here. Take us through that.
So we want to have one standard. If we want it called on the field, we want it called in replay. And anytime you slow it down on these bang plays, you can make it early, maybe a frame or two. But on the field, we want to see that contact clearly early. We want to apply that same standard in replay. So it's just not enough when we're looking at it to make it pass interference.
That's great clarity there. So it stays a 3rd down and 9 for St. Louis. Wilkins throws it out of bounds beyond Frank Darby.
There's a great look at it. Of a second early, but wants to maintain what the refs are seeing and how they're seeing it on the field. Great explanation by Dean.
The Rod squad on to cheer on Blankenship again, as this time Blankenship from 47 yards out. And he puts it through, and that closes it to a 6-point margin. UFL season's going to roll on week 4 on Friday. Panthers and Showboats, then Saturday on ABC. Battlehawks and Renegades, followed by the Stallions and Roughnecks, and then Sunday Fox action, San Antonio and this DC Defenders team. And see some of the action this weekend. Roughnecks came up with an 18-17 win against Memphis. Memphis was rallying late and came up just short. Birmingham moved their mark to 2-1 with a 10-9 victory with more late 4th quarter drama. And then earlier today, we saw Michigan earn another victory this season. This is the game of the weekend here. The 2 teams that came in at 2-0, and DC behind their defense, behind the big strike downfield from Ta'amu with an 18-12 lead here on the road in what many would consider the toughest place to play on the road in the UFL. This is Mickens. And Mickens able to get free for just a moment and get that ball out past the 30-yard line.
It'll be interesting to see what Fred Keyes decides to do here with 1 timeout, 45 seconds left.
Left.
They received the first opening kickoff, so St. Louis will get it. So this will tell you what he's doing right here. This is a double move, slant and go. So they're trying to take a shot here. They're trying to get some points on the board before half, knowing that St. Louis gets the kick and gets possession right after halftime.
You hear that sluggo.
It's going to be to his right. The slant and go. It's going to be Ty Scott at the bottom.
Wasn't there for him, so he's got to go underneath.
So it's a great.
Scott gets it to the 40-yard line.
It's a great adjustment. When you call that and you get man press coverage, it's off. It's too hard to run a slant and go when you got someone on your hip. So that turns into either a fade or a stop route. Great adjustment by Scott on the outside.
Second down. Oh, man, right in his his face, and Tabo survives it. And then a little something extra between the O-line and D-line.
Did he just say all go? You would think you'd kind of just let the half go here, no risk of turnover. I think they might take a shot.
3rd down and 1. 11 seconds remain, and they are going to take a shot on the vertical route, and it's incomplete. And 6 seconds remain in this first half.
That'll tell you just how DC feels this game is going to go. That every possession, every point matters. But now you got to punt the ball.
Well, anything can happen.
Yeah.
In that scenario.
That's why I thought after a throwaway there, I would have thought maybe just run the football.
Just take 6 seconds off the clock. Fielded at the 11-yard line by Pearson. As he's taken down at the 20 and zeros across the board on that clock. What was a very entertaining first half. Loose.